I guess you know that to Christ's disciples, none else can take love's place. Love isn't love till you've given it away.
This is Commission. Hola, ladies and gentlemen.
Should be mine, so I got to take the time
to let my light shine, my light shine.
Show the love of Jesus Christ.
Love isn't love till you giving it away. Waiting to be given, all emptiness be read.
My listening will know that you're Christ's disciples, and none else can take the place of love.
Love isn't love.
I love you just doesn't be the same anymore. You can preach and shout and talk
real
loud.
loud.
It
Still isn't love. Love isn't love.
tell you this evening.
Isn't
You got to reach
straight down in the bottom of your heart.
give it away.
Love isn't love.
Till you
Giving it
away.
Check out that background. What good is love to you if you keep it to yourself? Somebody needs to receive it from you, so give it to somebody else. That is such a beautiful song. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Commissioned. Love Isn't Love. That is one of my favorite all-time gospel songs and gospel groups. I'm doing this on a Sunday. It is Sunday, October 16th, 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I came in here actually to finish writing this affidavit that I'm working on for, some people that they just, they don't do the right thing, and people get so used to not doing the right thing that they don't expect for anybody to hold them accountable, because nobody has, well, I'm not going to say nobody, but few people in the world, the way that things are in the world right now, few people have the time to hold someone accountable in law, because that requires a lot of time. It requires a lot of effort. It requires a lot of money. If you don't have the information for yourself, it's going to take money to gather it. So a lot of people let things slide and they let things go because, they don't have time for it. They have to, attend to their jobs, to their family, to their whatever it is that they have going on that makes it less of a priority to, stand up for somebody in a system that did them wrong. And, a lot of times people feel like, well, I'm just me. What am I going to do? Well, what I've learned and I learned this a long time ago, and I've been called once again in my life to put it into practice, is that the weapon is a pen. Your pen is your sword. What you write, there's power in your words. There's power in what you write in your story. And when someone does something to you that you know is wrong, you have to do your part. And part of doing your part is knowing what your rights are so that you could exercise them. I'm not really going to speak about the specifics of the situation that I'm dealing with, but it has to do with people making promises and people, baiting consumers into a situation and then not delivering on their promise. And in the world of the internet and this clickbait and all of these things that people are doing just to get money, it's like, it's easy to trust when you are in need of a situation. And sometimes people take advantage of that. But anyway, this is actually Music Sunday because, I wanted to release all the, it's been a great day. And I want to continue that. And I want to give thanks for everything in my life, absolutely everything in my life. There have been so many challenges, but it's not a negative challenge. It's a challenge that, I'm being stretched to do things that I've never done before. But it's showing me, who I am as I do them. It's confirming what I believe about myself. And it's a powerful transformation that's happening in my life, and I'm so grateful for it. So before I continued finishing my writing, my affidavit, I wanted to, kind of wind down and spend some time with the Lord. And so that's what I'm doing. And commissioned this album is one of my favorite albums. And I wanted to, that song was playing. That wasn't even the whole song. Y'all can check it out on Spotify. Love Isn't Love, commissioned from the album. What's the title of this album? I know it came out on 1993. Wait, no. 1989. 1989. That's when it came out. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and move along the catalog of my favorite songs on this album. And here's another one. I do not own the rights to this music.
Have you ever needed someone, a shoulder just to cry on, to ease the agony, find tranquility, or just have a sweet and gentle touch that speaks soft words of love that mean so much. Ordinary just won't do. I need someone, my Lord, I need someone. That someone is you. That someone is you. A quest in order to find what lies in the heart, the soul, and the mind. Sometimes serenity, sometimes there's misery. So many
He sings all the hard parts.
Lord, I need a special touch. It will mean so very much. Friends, they don't seem to understand. Problems in your life, so complex, you say, who can comprehend? Tragedy, when you need release, only Jesus Christ can supply your needs. Sweet and gentle touch that will speak a word of love and means so much. The ordinary just won't do. I need someone, Lord, I need someone, yes I do. That someone is you. That someone is you. The ordinary just won't do. I need a love that's pure and true.
This is my favorite part.
Find it in you, Jesus. The ordinary just won't do. I gotta have a touch from you. I can always find it in you, Jesus. The ordinary just won't do. I need a love that's pure and true. I can always find it in you, Jesus. The ordinary just won't do. I gotta have a touch from you. I can always find it in you, Jesus. I don't want my everyday just won't do. I need a love that's fair and true. I can always find it in you, Jesus. The ordinary just won't do. I gotta have a touch from you. I can always find it in you, Jesus. The ordinary just won't do. I love that's fair and true. I can always find it in you, Jesus. The ordinary just won't do. I gotta have a touch from you. I can always find it in you, Jesus. The ordinary just won't do. I fair and true. I can always find it in you, Jesus. You know, it's interesting because we're in a time where we really do have to release labels and, what people call things and what people say things are. And we have to reflect to the feeling of everything. What does it feel like? So, one of the things that I learned in my journey through all of the things when I studied different religions, like I took the best parts of the religions that I visited, and there was a point in my life where I was mad at religion, but that's because I didn't really know what religion was. I thought that religion was what I saw a representation of, and I thought that that was religion. I didn't realize at that time that religion is what you practice, what you're faithful about, what you believe in. And I believe in self-mastery. I believe in knowing thyself. And I believe in recognizing that your soul is forever. And so in the existence of forever, there's been many, 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 many incarnations. And we carry parts of those with us every time that we, part of those lives, I'm saying, in our lives today. If you're existing in a physical incarnation, then you are carrying energy from your past lifetimes. Your soul is forever. And in this lifetime, I got to explore a lot of different religions and the beautiful parts of them. And I've seen the ugly parts of them too. And I think that, but I know that that's what made me retreat and just go to myself and go into my own world, into my own world with God, because I've always had a connection to God.
Ever since I was a little girl, I remember this connection. I recall it very well. And it was something that was beyond what was being taught in church. I couldn't put it into words, and I really didn't speak about it too much to anybody because it was just something that I did, and it was what it was at that time. And hindsight is 2020 when you look at everything that was there, you know. So interesting time. But anyway, this is Music Monday on a Sunday. And I'm listening to Commissioned. Here's another one of my I love this one. I love this one so much. Okay. This is Cry On. Check it out.
When your burdens seem to weigh you down, or the road it seems too far to carry on, just look to the hills. You will find your help which cometh from the Lord. Hold on, even when you feel you can't go on. Even if you have to mourn, let your soul cry out to the Lord. Cry on, God understands your tears. He knows how much that you can bear. They just cry out here. Cry on, when there's nothing else to say. So now wipe all your tears away. Without test and trials, you won't experience real joy. Oh no.
Do you hear that?
Gold without fire, it would never be.
Gold without fire will never be pure gold.
And without patience, you would never know that God can bring you through. Even when you feel you can't go on, go on. Let your soul cry out to the Lord, to the Lord. Without trial, you would never know that God can bring you through. Even when you feel you can't go on, even if you have the moan, let your soul cry out to the Lord. You may cry late in the night, but that's alright. Go ahead and cry on. Cry on. God understands your tears. He knows how much that you can bear. Your faintest cry, Jesus is gonna hear. Cry on, when there's nothing left to say. So now wipe all your tears
Away.
endure for the night, but joy comes in the morning time. Joy comes in the morning time.
Oh, I love that one. That's one of my favorites too. I have too many that I like to have just one favorite. But, the point that I was getting to before was the fact that God, love, all of these things that we describe, they're all energy. Everything is energy. It is a vibration, a vibrational frequency of energy. And when you're in love, you feel it. Love is like, people have taken love and they've made it so many different things, and they want to say love hurts, or, love this, or love will get you in trouble, or love it. That's not the truth. Love is what love is, and it is a vibration. And when you're in it, you're feeling it and you know it. And when you are not in it, it is not love. It's not, love can't be what it's not. And when, it's something that it's unconditional. Love is something that exists as a frequency that's just an infinite frequency of love always exists. And we tap into it by being in alignment with it, with this love. And to love, when you love yourself, that's when you really are able to love other people. Anything else is just not really love. It's a program of what people have been taught that love is, but it's not what it is. Your heart knows what it is. And when you know yourself, you're able to trust the energy within you and your higher self and figure things out. You have an emotional guidance system to help you so that you can figure things out within yourself and know how to balance and recharge and all of these different things. And so when it comes to the energy of love, and so the energy of Jesus, like some people call it Jesus, some people call it Yahweh, some people will call it Jesus, some people will even call it Allah, Dios, the one and the same. There's endless interpretations of what the Christ, this energy is, this energy of Christ consciousness, this love, this, and it when you're in it, and it's not judgment. It's not like none of those other things fit into the space of what love is and what God is. You know what I mean? It's like, well, actually, when it comes to God is everything. But when it comes to love and what love is, and of course, we can go on and like to the semantics of all of that stuff, but y'all understand what I'm saying. I'm not going to get all super deep into it because, see, I was trying to make this 30 minutes, y'all. 30 minutes, give y'all some love and, share a little with y'all what's going on and how I'm celebrating this beautiful time in the world and giving thanks. And I'm like dissecting everything that's coming through. And because I know that everything happens for a reason, it is October 16, 2 days before my brother's birthday. This is the album that we played when my brother passed. And I can't remember the year that my brother passed. I want to say that it was in 91. It had to be in 91 because that was the same year that we got dropped from the record label. Like everything was happening that year. It was crazy. So, and so this album, I always think about him when I play it, and I had to transform the energy of what was happening when I would listen to this album, because I had, it's so beautiful and it's so, I love it. I love it no matter what's happening. But because it was what was played at my brother's homegoing, it brought back a lot of, sadness, a lot of energy. I would always cry, if I would sing the songs, I would be crying, and it would, it just brought back so many memories of sadness. And I had to transform that. Like, I can't, I'm not trying to be sad. Don't nobody want to be sad. And so it was just a matter of recognizing what that time was and recognizing the sadness in it without being trapped into it. Because, see, music is a very powerful tool. And so when you are under the influence of music, you're like in a trance and your chakras are open and you're there in that moment, whatever that moment is, and it can drive you and it could take you somewhere. And so when we're practicing being the masters of ourselves and being the masters of our energy, we have to be able to, if it's not what I want to feel, then I'm making the choice. I don't want to feel that. So what do I have to do to not feel that? And so what it is recognize it for what it is. It was that moment. And I give thanks for those sad moments because they're part of life and they were part of what was necessary. And, it helped to cry during the times that I did cry, but it's not time for that anymore. And I recognize that. So I wanted to consciously move on from it. And so I did. I did that. And this is what I'm doing. And I'm doing it right now. And so this is something that is very important because when we hold on to sadness in the name of, okay, so my brother, right, this is his energy that is coming upon in this time. So I could be sad and I could be, just thinking of this, sadness, or I could rejoice for his new beginning wherever he's existing. His, you know what I'm saying? It's like I could lift up his energy. And this is important because this is what our ancestors need. This is what the spirit needs to be, lifted and unified with the physical through this connection. And this is what we're doing right now. I'm mentioning my brother, and not just in his name of Luis Angel Torres, but also Amanda and Cleo, all of these energies that he that were part of his personality in this lifetime. It was he was he was gay when it wasn't fashionable to be gay, when you got beat up for it, when you got shunned by your family. And I'm sure those things are still happening now, but it was really drastic at the time when he was existing because, it was so drastic that he took his own life, you know? And so this is something that it is a sad thing. It is a sad thing, but I'm reminded to transform it and to remember him in the highest vibration in love. And I do. I always do. I always, I talk to him and we've definitely have been in communication for quite some time now. That's one of the benefits of um, accessing my spirituality fully and recognizing who I am as a spiritual being in this vessel and remembering who I am and remembering how to, make that phone call to my ancestors and call them when I need them and know that they're, well, they never leave me, but they show up and they show their presence when it's necessary. And I'm just grateful. I'm so grateful for it. And, I want to give Ache also to my father, Lucas Evangelista Torres Diaz. This is the time of year where this starts coming to me because my dad and my brother and my brothers, because my brother George is also on the other side, Jorge Luis Torres Diaz Rodriguez Guzman H. So this is the time that it starts to happen. This is where it begins, and we start going into that space of gratitude for our ancestors and remembering, and that's how it has been organically, authentically in my life. And I always recommend to people to find your own way and find what works for you and find how it is that you talk to your ancestors and your loved ones that have transitioned, because you are the you still being here and them being on that other side, you hold the key to everything. So use it. Use your keys. Use your keys. All right, I'm going to do this one last song, and this is like my favorite. I know I said that they were all my favorite, because they are, but this is my favorite. Okay, here we go.
How can you forgive me when I've often gone astray? How can you think of me when I do things my way? Turning my back on you,
The one who loved me first,
having my own desires,
renewing worldly thirst.
You told me you love me, and I should make up my mind. You told me, come back now,
But I keep wasting time,
using so very
very weak.
You say
I can't be strong.
I feel I've gone too far. You tell me
To come home, you love me still, and I know this is real, and I am running back to you. I see you're standing there for me.
your
Arms are open wide, and I don't have to cry no more. You're standing there for me, and I am
running back to you.
I gotta let him sing that part.
Why do I go away when I know I am no good? When I'm on my own. You told me you could keep me, but I've turned it away. I failed you so much now, I don't know what to say. Using those same excuses that I am just a man. You tell me you've been there and hold your nail scarred hand so I can see. Now I know I am free and I am
running back to you. I see you're standing there for me. Your arms are open wide, and I don't have to cry no more. You're standing there for me, and I am running back to you. Why do I go astray when I know I am no good? I have taken advantage of your love and grace. Forgive me, Lord, and take me home. Take me home. I'm running to you, Jesus. Please take me home. You have been in this home way too long, and I can't do right anymore. I'm tired of pain and I don't like fear. But Lord, I want to be more sincere. I never should have left your side. Return me to your guiding light. I'm running back to you. Oh my goodness. Okay, you guys. All right. Okay. So see, that might not have been the most perfect rendition of it, but can I tell you that that is the first time since my brother has passed, Ache Luis Angel, that I listened to that song. This is why I played it last. It's actually the first song down the line. But every time that I would sing that song, I could never finish it because I would be crying. I would be like in tears in the middle of the song. And this was the first time that I was able to actually sing along. So, gracias, Ache. Thank you. That is my indication that I've graduated. I've taken it. I was able to take it to another level myself. I had the intention to do it, to transform this energy and feel better than I've ever felt in this process of remembering my loved one. And, you know, it feels good. It's a great feeling. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me. I want to say to everyone that is having a challenge right now, be grateful for that challenge. Please be grateful for that challenge. Know that it could always be worse. It could always be worse. So if you got breath in you, if you have the ability to think for yourself, to see things and see and recognize who you are, be grateful for that and rejoice in that. Celebrate that, and everything else, let it be. Adios.